All right, y'all, we're back on the theft recovered Hellcat Charger. And as you can see, something's wrong here. Turns out that motor is bad. Although it runs in idles actually not terribly. It has rod knock and sounds like someone spun a bearing. So it seems like when they stole this car, they drove the absolute piss out of it. You can also see too, these big ass meats, they're on 11-inch wide rims, are just completely destroyed. They took it on a hell of a test drive and just beat the absolute snot out of it. So seems like it just needs a window, rear tires, and only an engine. No big deal. So we got a new long block coming up today. We're gonna go pick it up in a little while here. And you know, we got this out. I didn't film taking it out because, to be honest, there's really no videos on it, which kind of sucks. I wish I could have got a video of it, but I kind of just went one connector at a time, and I wasn't sure if I was gonna get it, guys, because usually you take this K-frame out and you drop the engine, transmission, and everything exhaust together. But mind you, I'm just in a normal garage here. I don't have room for that. So turns out you can pull it out from the top. You take this front bumper off and clip. Makes it a lot safer for the paint and more room to work, you know. There's not a lot of room to work on these things, guys. It kind of sucks, especially for you guys with big hands. I feel your pain. Overall, not too bad of a job. Major help is taking this wiper cowl completely off, which is really straightforward to do. It's really not hard at all. Once you do this, you gain all this room. You could actually access the transmission bolts on the top from taking that wiper cowl off. Also, what helps is the supercharger. Take that off. You're doing yourself a huge favor. Also, be careful when you take it off, because this is a heavy mofo. And, you know, once you take that off, there's a connector in here, which actually there's like a connector wire that runs from there to back here. But there's a sensor there, your hose is here. You're gonna have your two lines for the supercharger right here. You gotta take off, fuel rail, bunch of stuff. And you know, with this wiper cowl on, you can't see any of it. With the supercharger on, you can't see any of it. Take this wiper cowl off, take the supercharger off, and you'll get this bad boy out. A lot of sensors, guys, and connectors. It's just crazy. Huge tip and key here. All your bolts, separate them and put them in baggies. It's the only way you're gonna get this car back together. It's crazy too, because this engine still runs, doesn't run good, it smokes. It burns so much oil, but when you fill it up with oil, it'll smoke out my neighbor's house within 10 seconds. I mean, it's insane. And then within a day, it's out of oil. So they messed it up pretty good. We're gonna throw these pulleys on the new long block. Also, the car is set up for E85. So my injectors are 1200 cc. We got the booster pump and the dual fuel pump system on this car already. So she should rip. But that's what she looks like. If you're not gonna take the K-frame out, even if you take the K-frame out, I really suggest taking this bumper off, even if you just did the bumper cover, because there's so much stuff to disconnect right here. Even if you wrapped it in plastic or had a fender cover on it, I don't know. You're so much gonna be leaning over here. This is pretty simple to take off. I mean, it's only a couple bolts right here, couple bolts right here, and then the rest is all little plastic Christmas tree connectors on the bottom. And it comes literally right off. But yeah, this is where we're at as of right now. Like I said, I'm gonna be picking up a long block in a couple hours, brand new from MMX. So also highly suggest pulling the front wheels, front inner fenders, gained you access to these other radiators. But yeah, this is where we're at, guys. We'll get back with you in a little bit when we get the new motor, and I'll make sure to do a video dropping it in. All right, go for it. How about that? Crazy how different these two cars are. Yet they're such beasts and they're so similar. I tell you, I really don't know if I had to choose one, what it would be. And yeah, the TRX too. Charger is just such a good daily, you know. And I mean, it's faster than the Challenger at the moment. It's got the E85 tune, injectors. Forget what size pulley it's got. I didn't put it. I mean, I put it on, but I wasn't the one that originally did it. But it's got all the supporting mods. I actually found the previous owner, and he sent me the dyno sheet. It made just under 900 wheel horsepower, and it definitely is accurate because it feels it. You hit it, and you better hang on. Damn thing goes. But I mean, this one is all business. This is all muscle car. And to me, that's what I like. Gotta have the black on these guys. Just looks sinister. All right, y'all, let's do a little drive here so I can show you guys how crazy this thing is. You know, we got our iPhone holder here set up. But the torque of this car alone will make it. See how it lifts up? Yeah. It's got a lot of power. So we got about 3,000 miles on the motor, just under. I did the 500-mile break-in procedure in low power mode. That was one of the reasons why I want to take to Nashville right away, right out of the gate. Just baby it the whole way there. And you know, I haven't really pulled hard on it. I'll do a quick pull every now and then. And even that is just so damn surprising the way it hits. But let me get on a little bit for y'all. Mind you, we're doing 52 miles an hour. Traction control's off. And if I floor it, this is what happens. See how it breaks loose? Getting on the highway yesterday, I hit it about 55 miles an hour. And once it got into the power band around 75 miles an hour, I think it was, the damn thing on dry pavement went almost sideways. I mean, it was kicking out sideways. But because this isn't a Ford Mustang, we corrected it, grabbed the left lane, stayed in it the whole time, mind you. And, you know, we were G about it. We totally just grabbed the left lane and looked like we knew what we were doing. But this thing flies. It's a blast. It's crazy a four-door car gets down the way this thing does. Yeah. That straight pipe never gets old. If you guys... I thought it'd be too loud, and I'll tell you at first I thought it was too loud, but daily driving it, it really is awesome. Because, you know, you're dailying it, you're not romping on it 24/7. And, you know, if it really, it's not bad at all. Then when you hit it, the power's there and you hear the power. And for us car guys, you know, that's the stuff we like. But, yeah, car turned out real good. You know, got really nice leather seats. We put a new window in it. I don't know if it wants to focus or not, but yeah, we put a new window in it. I mean, that's self-explanatory, guys. I was gonna do a video on it, but I mean, you know, you pop the door panel off, the inner door panel, and then, I mean, I didn't have a window to remove because you know, whoever removed it did that. Thanks to them. So all it was putting a piece of glass on the track and undoing everything we did, you know. So I didn't really think it was worth the time to film that. But, you know, if you guys have any questions about doing a motor swap, well, not really the swap, but, you know, taking the Hellcat engine out and putting it back in, feel free to leave some comments asking me. I'll respond to them. It's pretty straightforward, guys. It really is. You could definitely do it in your garage. You don't have to drop the K-frame or the cradle, whatever you guys want to call it. You know, that's the preferred way of doing it, but that's for guys with shops and lifts. Now, you know, we don't have that, and I didn't want to get into all that anyway. You just take the front end off the car, the front clip, all the radiators. It's really not that difficult. And just organize. As long as you organize all your bolts, take a picture of every sensor, label them. You know, the key to doing this swap and making it work is organization and taking a video or a picture of every sensor, because there's a lot on these cars, guys, and it's unfortunate. But, you know, this is the first engine swap I've actually ever done. I pulled plenty of motors out of cars, but I've never really put a motor in a car. And nonetheless, it fires up first shot, and then I go driving. And I mean, it fired right up first shot, no problem. You know, super strong, great oil pressure. I had to bleed the coolant system twice because it wanted to run kind of warm. But, you know, that's typical when you pull a motor out of a car. You get all the radiators disconnected. This thing has its own radiator just for the supercharger alone, and oil cooling system for the supercharger. So, you know, there's stuff you just got to look out for. But it really didn't take nothing but just some common sense. I mean, I'm not really a mechanic, guys, and I did it. So if I could do it, y'all should. But, yeah, I got a couple videos of ripping on it, because I know that's what we all want to see, so let's get into that.